1977, Illinois, Chicago, Teresita Basa, murder haunting. It began with fire. On February 21, 1977, thick smoke poured from apartment 15B at 2740 North Pine Grove Avenue in Chicago. Firefighters burst through the door and found a mattress engulfed in flames. Underneath it, they discovered the charred body of a woman, naked, a butcher knife still buried deep in her chest. The room was quiet. Too quiet. Her name was Teresita Basa, a soft-spoken 47-year-old respiratory therapist at Edgewater Hospital. She lived alone. She had no enemies, no history of violence. Nothing about her life hinted at the brutal way it ended. Detectives called it a robbery gone wrong, but something about it didn't sit right. Nothing had been stolen. The killer had set her on fire, but made no effort to escape unseen. The only clue they found? A scribbled note in her calendar that read, "Get theater tickets for AS." But without more evidence, the case quickly went cold. Then something impossible happened. Months later, another respiratory therapist at Edgewater Hospital, Remy Chua, began suffering strange blackouts. During these episodes, her voice changed. Her demeanor shifted. She began speaking in a calm, eerie tone. She claimed to be Teresita Basa. Remy's husband, Dr. Jose Chua, was terrified. He began documenting the episodes. In one trance, Remy, still speaking as Teresita, gave a name: Alan Showery. She said he had come to her apartment under the pretense of fixing her TV. But when she turned her back, he attacked. He strangled her, stabbed her, then set the mattress on fire to cover his tracks. She said he stole her jewelry, pieces her family would easily recognize, and gave them to his girlfriend. The Chuas brought this story to detectives. At first, they dismissed it. But when they looked into Showery, the pieces began falling into place. He worked at Edgewater. He had been scheduled to visit Teresita's apartment that very night. When confronted, his alibi cracked. Detectives visited his girlfriend's home and found her wearing Teresita's jewelry. Her family confirmed it beyond doubt. Faced with the evidence, Showery confessed. The murder was solved, not by forensics, but by a ghost. But even after the confession, something lingered. Remy continued to have visions. Cold breezes passed through rooms with closed windows. Lights flickered. At Edgewater Hospital, night nurses reported seeing shadowy figures in the halls. Others claimed to hear faint piano music. Teresita had been an accomplished pianist. One night, Remy had a final dream. She saw Teresita standing in a white dress, surrounded by candles. She smiled, said, "Thank you," and disappeared into a soft light. After that, the hauntings stopped. The story stunned the public. It remains one of the only murder cases in U.S. history where a paranormal experience directly led to a conviction. No one could explain how Remy knew such detailed information: names, stolen items, even how Teresita was attacked. Was it possession? A cry for justice from beyond the grave? Or something we still don't understand? Whatever the answer, one thing remains chillingly clear. Teresita Basa didn't rest in peace. She returned to solve her own murder